Jaguar Wright blasts Shannon Sharpe over dating white woman and getting sued, I'll pass. Those words are shaking up the internet like a storm. Buckle up for a roller coaster of spicy arguments, jaw-dropping lawsuits, and a fight that's got everyone buzzing. From social media shade to courtroom chaos, this story's got it all, and you won't believe what Jaguar's saying about Shannon's choices. Stay with us. This is one wild tale you can't miss. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we unpack the juiciest dramas in the world of celebs, sports, and music. Today, we're zooming in on a massive clash between two huge names, Jaguar Wright and Shannon Sharpe. Jaguar's a singer with a voice that hits like thunder and a personality that's just as bold. Shannon's a football hero turned TV star, known for his quick wit and big opinions on everything from sports to life. But now, these two are locked in a fiery feud, and it's all about who Shannon's dating, a shady lawsuit, and some serious accusations that are turning heads. Jaguar's calling it a shakedown and a distraction, and she's not holding back. This story's got love, race, money, and power, all mixed up in a messy, addictive package. So grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's break it all down. Before we get rolling, do us a quick favour. Hit that subscribe button right now. It's the best way to stay in the loop on this crazy story and all the hot scoops we're dropping next. Plus, tap that bell so you're the first to know when we go live with updates. Alright, let's jump into the action. So, what's the big deal? Here's the heart of the drama. Jaguar Wright took to social media and straight up called out Shannon Sharpe for dating a white woman who's way younger than him, barely old enough to drink, as Jaguar puts it. She didn't just stop there. Jaguar said Shannon's choices are a slap in the face to black folks, accusing him of chasing the white world and turning his back on his own community. She even brought up his age, saying a man pushing 60 shouldn't be messing with someone young enough to be his grandkid. Ouch! Her exact words? This is a man that's pushing 60 who's messing with a girl that's barely old enough to drink. Let's stay there. That's the kind of shade that burns. But it gets messier. Jaguar tied this whole thing to a lawsuit against Shannon, led by a lawyer named Tony Busby. According to Jaguar, a woman, referred to as Jane Doe, is suing Shannon, claiming he was abusive in a relationship. Jaguar's take? It's a shakedown and a distraction meant to mess with bigger things going on, like the Diddy trial. She's saying this lawsuit isn't just about Shannon. It's part of a bigger plan to throw people off and maybe even take down Tony Busby, who's also suing other big names like Diddy and Jay-Z. Jaguar's not buying the story, and she's got a lot to say about it. Shannon, though? He's not taking this lying down. He clapped back hard, calling Jaguar a jealous nobody who's just trying to stir up trouble. He says he's free to date whoever he wants, and he's not apologising for it. On the lawsuit, Shannon's team is saying it's all lies, and he's countersuing for defamation, asking for millions because he says this woman and her lawyer are ruining his name. He even went online, saying, "This is a witch hunt. They're trying to tear me down, but I'm not going anywhere." The battle lines are drawn, and it's Jaguar versus Shannon in a showdown that's got everyone picking sides. This fight didn't just pop up and fade away, it exploded like a firecracker and kept burning. Let's break down how it all went from a social media rant to a full-on cultural moment. First, let's talk about Jaguar's side. She's been loud about this, going live on platforms and dropping bombshell after bombshell. In one interview, she said, "How does nobody see what they're trying to do? This is pure distraction." She's convinced this whole thing, Shannon's dating life, the lawsuit, all of it, is a setup to pull attention away from bigger scandals, like Diddy's upcoming trial. She even hinted that Shannon's being used by powerful people, saying, NFL, Jay-Z, Shannon Sharpe, all in the same bed, are they not? That's a wild claim, and it's got people buzzing. Jaguar didn't stop there. She brought up Shannon's age and the woman he's dating, who's in her early 20s. Jaguar's point is that Shannon, a man with kids in their 30s, should know better. She said, his daughters are 32, his son is 30, and he's online apologizing to his family. No, you don't, because you got busted out. She's painting Shannon as a guy who's acting like a teenager, chasing young women on platforms like OnlyFans instead of being a role model. Jaguar even compared him to her step-grandfather, a man she says abused her family and went after young girls. She said, "How is Shannon Sharpe any different than my pervert dead step-grandfather who took my grandmother's life?" That's heavy, and it's got people talking about whether Shannon's personal choices are fair game for this kind of attack. Then there's the lawsuit angle. Jaguar's got a lot to say about Tony Busby, the lawyer behind the case against Shannon. She's suspicious because Busby's also involved in other high-profile lawsuits, like one against Jay-Z that fell apart. Jaguar thinks Busby's being targeted to discredit him before Diddy's trial. She said, if they can get him in one case where they can prove it was a shakedown, that takes Busby out the Diddy game, don't it? She's suggesting this whole thing is a chess move to protect powerful people. Jaguar also brought up a past case Busby handled, involving a 37-year-old autistic woman who she says was hunted down and stalked like an animal. She's mad that no one's talking about that, saying, that woman is autistic. What they put her through, she should be suing them for mental distress. On Shannon's side, he's fighting back with everything he's got. He's been on his podcast, Club Shay Shay, addressing the drama head-on. He said, "I'm not perfect, but I'm not a predator. These accusations are nonsense, and I'm taking this to court to clear my name." His fans are rallying behind him, saying Jaguar's just jealous of his success. They point out that Shannon's built a huge career, from the NFL to ESPN to his podcast empire, and he doesn't owe anyone an explanation about who he dates. Social media's full of posts defending him, with captions like, "Shannon Sharpe's living his best life. Leave him alone." Some even made funny videos of Shannon's iconic moments, like his "That's My Business" clip, to shut down the haters. But not everyone's on Team Shannon. The internet's split, and it's getting messy. Some folks agree with Jaguar, saying Shannon's dating a woman so young raises red flags. They're sharing screenshots of alleged text messages where the woman asked Shannon to choke her, which Jaguar says proves she's a child experimenting in negative behaviour. Others are focused on the race angle, saying Jaguar's right to call out Shannon for dating outside his community. There's even a hashtag #ShannonShakedown trending with thousands of posts debating whether he's being set up or if he's in the wrong. One viral video showed a fan saying, "Jaguar's telling it like it is. Shannon's out here acting a fool." Meanwhile, others are making memes of Jaguar's intense rants with captions like, "Jaguar Wright coming for everybody." The drama's also pulling in other celebs. Jaguar mentioned Cat Williams and Monique, who both warned Shannon about trouble coming his way. She said, "Cat told him they're going to come for you." Monique said, "They about to get you. Watch who you kicking it with." That's got people wondering if Shannon ignored red flags. There's also chatter about Shannon's past interviews, like one where he joked about a friend dating a 23-year-old, which some say shows he's been hiding his own interests. Jaguar even brought up a wild story about Shannon at a Diddy party, saying he was at Diddy's house with Beyoncé and Jay-Z, and all kinds of stuff was going down. Whether that's true or not, it's adding fuel to the fire. Social media's a circus right now. There are videos of Shannon's old NFL highlights with shady captions like, "From touchdowns to takedowns." Others are posting clips of Jaguar's music saying, "She's singing the truth." The backlash isn't just online. Talk shows and blogs are picking up the story, with some calling it a cultural betrayal and others saying it's just personal business blown out of proportion. One blog wrote, "Jaguar Wright's got no filter, but is she onto something, or is this just hate?" The debate's everywhere, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. Just when you thought this couldn't get crazier, it did. The lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe took a massive turn. Shannon's team filed a countersuit, demanding $100 million for defamation, saying the woman's claims are lies meant to destroy his career. He's also suing Tony Busby, accusing him of orchestrating a witch hunt to boost his own fame. Shannon went live saying, "This is bigger than me. They're trying to tear down a black man who's worked hard for everything. I'm fighting back." His words hit hard, and his fans are hyped, sharing posts with Stand With Shannon. But Jaguar? She's not backing down. She went live again, doubling down on her claims. She said, "I've got proof, Shannon. Let's see who wins this battle." She's hinting at evidence that could shake things up, maybe even tied to that Diddy party she mentioned. Jaguar also called out the timing, saying, "This popped up right before Diddy's trial on May 12th. Coincidence? I don't think so." She's convinced this is all a plot to distract from bigger scandals and protect powerful people like Jay-Z and the NFL. She even said, "Shannon's doing his portion for the Illuminati, in my opinion." That's a bold claim, and it's got conspiracy theorists going wild online. The courtroom's where it's all heading now. Shannon's lawsuit claims the woman's story doesn't add up, pointing to those text messages where she seemed to consent to rough behaviour. Jaguar's response: "That's a child, not a woman. Her brain's not even fully developed till 25. She's framing Shannon as a predator, which is a serious accusation that's splitting opinions even more. The public's on edge, waiting for the next move. Will Jaguar drop her proof? Will Shannon's countersuit shut it all down? This is the peak of the drama, and it's got everyone glued to their screens. So, where do we stand? The lawsuits are still in motion, and no one knows who's coming out on top. Shannon's fighting to save his name, backed by fans who say he's a legend being unfairly targeted. Jaguar's got her supporters, who believe she's exposing hard truths about power, race, and responsibility. The drama's sparked bigger conversations about who people should date, what's okay to say online, and whether celebs like Shannon are role models or just human. Jaguar's own words sum it up. "This is an assassination on the character of black men in black America. But it's also Shannon paying the piper for letting Cat Williams cast doom on his platform. For now, the story's far from over. The Diddy trial's looming, and Jaguar's convinced it's all connected. She's urging people to stop listening to distractions and focus on the truth. Whether you think she's right or just stirring the pot, one thing's clear. This feud's keeping both Jaguar and Shannon in the headlines, and we're all watching to see what happens next. All right, it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about this wild drama? Is Jaguar Wright spitting facts, or is she coming for Shannon too hard? Is Shannon Sharpe a victim of a shakedown, or should he own up to his choices? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button, share this video with your crew, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that keep you hooked. Don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss an update on this saga or the next big scoop. Thanks for rocking with us. See you in the next one.